Hello everybody, it's Connor from Cinity Gaming, and well, welcome to CGN for Sunday the 5th of July. Pete's not here unfortunately because she's been at Silverstone today watching the Formula 1 Grand Prix, so yeah, apologies for that. It's probably, I think, the third week running now he's not been here, so yeah, I'll be having some words with him after I've finished recording this. Anyway, he should be back next week, but more importantly, the game releases and the news for this week. So, start off with the game releases. We've got on Tuesday the 7th of July, we've got, what on earth is that? I'm going to call it pneumonia, breath of life. Just sounds more like that than anything. That's coming out on the PS4. Skullgirls Second Encore, that's also coming out on the PS4. And Rocket League coming out on the PS4 and PC. Also on Tuesday we've got Geometry Wars 3 coming out on the PS Vita. And on Wednesday the 8th we've got Worms World Party Remastered. That's coming out on the PC. That looks a pretty good game actually. I've seen some screenshots of it. I'm not entirely sure what it is. I know what Worms is, but I'm not sure what the World Party is. So, yeah, I might have a look at that, actually. It seems pretty good. We could do a Let's Play on it, I suppose. And Friday the 10th is probably the biggest game of this week, is Formula 1 2015. That's coming out on the Xbox One, the PS4 and PC. So, yeah, that's coming out a bit earlier than usual, but it has actually been delayed by about a month, because I think it was supposed to come out last month. But, Codemasters actually makes it, yep. They said that there was a bit of a delay on it because I think they were trying to get the Xbox One's frame rate sorted out, which seems to be a common issue with a lot of games actually. So yeah, that's a bit of a pain, but never mind, it'll be out on Friday, so Formula 1 fans, you've got something to look forward to. Anyway, that's the game releases for this week. We've got a bit of news now, so starting off with 1TB PS4 console confirmed. Obviously, you might remember us saying about it about a month ago, just before E3, mentioning about rumours for it. But it has now been confirmed. So, after the recent rumour regarding a 1TB PS4 console, Sony have now confirmed that this rumour is true, with the launch of a 1TB variant of the console coming soon. The 1TB variant of the PS4 will launch on the 17th of July 2015 in the UK. I'm not sure what it is in America or the rest of Europe or Japan, but it's the 17th of July in the UK, and is expected to cost £339.99 for the console on its own, which is currently £10 cheaper than the current 500GB model, which could imply that a price drop for the 500GB model is likely. If you're waiting to buy a PS4, wait the extra 2 weeks or so, because you'll get double the disk space, and it's pretty much a tenner cheaper, because I think it's $349.99 is the current price for the 500GB model. So you're best waiting a couple of weeks, to be fair. It'll save you having to spend an extra 50 odd quid on a hard drive for it. Anyway, this announcement comes after the launch of a 1TB version of Microsoft's Xbox One, which hit our shelves last month, and at a similar price as well, but it comes with 3 games included. I believe it's £10 dearer, but you do get 3 games with it, whereas the PS4 is £10 cheaper, but doesn't come with any games. I think Game are doing bundles with it, where you can get 1 game with it, but that's about 360 quid. So if price is something you're after, if price is something you're more worried about for a 1TB console, and you're not fussed about which system it is, you're probably better off going for the Xbox One, to be fair. Yeah, so that's pretty much what I just said. The 1TB Xbox One offers better value over the PS4. However, more bundles for the PS4 may be announced in the coming weeks. So, yeah, there's still a few weeks until it launches, so game might have a few more coming out, but don't know yet. They've got a few already on their site, so yeah, obviously in America and the rest of Europe, it could be slightly different, with different bundles and different prices. Anyway, secondly, if that's actually a word, we've got the Club Nintendo. We've got a closure update for you, because you might remember, it might have been, was it March we mentioned it, about Club Nintendo closing. There's been a few updates on it since then. So yeah, earlier this year Nintendo announced the closure of their Club Nintendo service, which allowed users to collect stars when they purchased games for their Nintendo platforms, which could then be used to buy other cool things from games to game themed merchandise. Nintendo also stated that the service would close with the closure would be incremental and would differ depending on where you live. On the 30th of June 2015, Club Nintendo was fully discontinued in North America, with Japan and Europe to follow suit in September. The closure of Club Nintendo is to make way for a new loyalty program, which is expected to be announced later this year. So the image on the right that you can see there is a screenshot of the Club Nintendo website for North America or the USA. Yeah, it basically just says, "Our heartfelt thanks to our members for your support over the years. Please stay tuned for more information on our new loyalty program." So I think that's pretty much what it reads. The writing isn't very neat. Well, I can't say neat. It's typed. It's computer typed, isn't it? It's not the most readable font for everybody. I certainly struggled trying to decipher it. Or some of it anyway, especially heartfelt, but yeah, most of it was alright. So yeah, Club Nintendo is, or was, a service for Nintendo consoles where you could collect stars every time you buy a game, and then use those stars to buy other things. It's going to be replaced by something new. We don't know what this is yet. I think, is it Iwata, who's the CEO of Nintendo, has said a few things about it, but he's not actually announced like a name for it or what it's going to be. So yeah, we'll have to wait a little bit for that. But yeah, Club Nintendo has been around for quite a while now. It's not been around in America actually for very long. I believe that it started in America in 2008 and was launched in Europe and Japan in 2002, if I'm correct. I could be wrong. Have a look on the internet just to clarify, but it was sometime around then. So I think it's had its life, and obviously there are newer things that Nintendo could be doing, and that's what they're going to be doing. So yeah, hopefully the new one should be okay. Not as I own any platforms that will support the new one, but yeah, it's definitely, I think, good in a way for Nintendo owners, because Club Nintendo, to be fair, hasn't really changed that much, and it could be much better than it is. Anyway, last but not least, Halo 5 Guardians won't include split screen or LAN play. LAN play, for those of you who don't know, is local area network play. So it's basically playing with just systems on your home network, basically. So many Halo fans have been curious about the inclusion of split screen and particularly LAN play in the upcoming, obviously, Halo 5 Guardians, that's it. Don't know why I didn't type that in there. And after a recent tweet by Josh Holmes, the studio head for Halo 5 Guardians, it seems that it seems certain that neither will be included in the upcoming title. His tweet stated that all multiplayer modes will use the full screen on dedicated servers, which is not possible with split screen or LAN play. Split screen obviously doesn't use the full screen because you've got to then design and lower the resolution as well so that you can have two screens on one, and local area network play basically hosts the game on your local area network as it suggests. I don't think it uses any dedicated servers. So according to 343 Industries, split screen has been removed because they wanted to create the best Halo game to date, and the team felt that the split screen could ruin the experience. So that's what I was just mentioning about the graphics design. Obviously, if they're going to have split screen, some of the graphics have got to be adapted and for lower resolutions when you're going to be playing split screen. Halo the Master Chief Collection also didn't have LAN play. However, there was a workaround which seemed to work and may possibly work in Halo 5 Guardians. That's not definite yet, but if it was in Master Chief Collection, they may fix it. I don't know, but I've read somewhere that it's most likely going to be in this, so there might be a workaround for it. Halo 5 Guardians is due to launch on Xbox One on the 27th of October 2015, which is slightly earlier than it's usually launched. Usually it's around November, first week of November. That's when Halo 4 was anyway. I'm trying to think when Master Chief Collection was. I can't remember when Halo Master Chief Collection came out, to be honest. It was, actually, it might have been the end of October. It might have been November, though. I'm not 100% sure. Anyway, that is everything for CGN for this week, for the 5th of July. Hopefully Pete will be here next week. He's definitely in the videos this week, though, I can tell you that. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next week. Bye-bye.